well, it's the same analogy of saying, I can't see the forest through the trees. It's not being able to really see the message that's before us. So I really feel that when we asked for our eyes to be open, to really be able to see the blessings that are there, the river of blessings is basically, well, it's a rapids. It's something that's roaring in when we really truly see what we've got before us. Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Divine Goddess Tarot. My name is Jessica, and this is your weekly horoscope reading. So let's jump right in and see what messages are coming through to you this big week. First week in Mercury retrograde. I can't even talk. It is so incredible with the level of energy and communication right now. So keep that in mind. I know it's a big week for you guys, and you are in no mood to be meeting new people, right? The Temptress, seduction, deceit, a broken promise. So there could be something or an energy coming back to you right now in perfect form of Mercury and retrograde. So keep that in mind. We're going through a lot of energies, so at this time, so a lot of patience with before jumping into something is very much needed. For the next energy will be from your, right there, your higher or future self, Queen of the Darkwood Elves, premonition, foreshadowing, and mystery. So there's definitely some intuition going on with you, and you're invited to really tap into that for your own answers and knowing. Remember, tarot is not to give you your own answers, but only to share light on messages that come in, and then you choose from there. So River of Blessings, release constraints. This is from your guides, your goddesses, gods, your angels, even your devils, of all the things in the 5D that are coming through for you at this time. So with this energy, this one, it will be kind of the outcome of all of this. I'm feeling is the message here. So they just don't want to write that one. Two of them. Be true to you and emotions. So today you got two. So let's define all of these energies with tarot to get a fuller scope on the messages coming through. So for Sagittarius, the Temptress, right there. So Two of Cups, definitely love. And of course, the Temptress could be also a tempter, so you know what role you play. And right here, Three of Cups, lots of cups on the bottom. Five of Pentacles. So someone's definitely feeling out in the cold. The Empress. Six of Wands. Woo! Right there. We've got Seven of Cups as well as the Hierophant. And your guides. Everything in the 5D. King of Swords. Knight of Cups. Boy, you got a lot of cups. A lot of emotions. Emperor. And the outcome. Ten of Pentacles. Beautiful. Ten of Wands. There. And the Four of Wands. Interesting. So it's really looking like, with this energy that's coming in pretty strong this week, is definitely an offering of love. This could be something that's very much in the past, I'm feeling. Or this is new love coming into you, Sag. Just because there's a little bit of energy up here of that celebration. You've been dreaming about this. The Lovers is here. You'll know if this is something that is coming in new, or an existing, or Mercury in retrograde coming back in full fashion of an ex. So, or you're the ex that wants to return. So that is definitely the possibility. It always happens somewhere, and it's not wrong. You know, this is the time of Mercury retrograde to be visiting perhaps wounds that haven't healed. And so love, of course, is usually right there among that growth. And so what I'm really feeling is, even though that this is some heavy energy, you know, talk to your friends, talk to someone that's really great with your confidence and being able to have some fun. There's a lot of low energy here, so if you find yourself just too way down, like with this Ten of Wands energy that's right here, it's time to perhaps go and share some light and love with some friendships, especially to alleviate this energy, which is the Five of Pentacles. And this can feel just out in the cold, very isolated and alone. Be very cautious of this energy. Don't visit it if you must, but don't live there. It's time to move. Remember that right here in the window is the Pentacles, is the light. Being out in the cold is the illusion. It is refusing to see the offering of assistance and support that's around you. So don't isolate yourself too much with this. And if it is an old love coming back and you're afraid to talk to your friends because they're going to be like, oh, don't you dare go back there. Maybe you get to hear that. Maybe you need to be reminded of how bad it was, so that you remember how the book ends and you don't go into the illusion of feeling or thinking in some way that story is going to end a different way. Now, if you must, Leo had a little bit of a similar energy there that was regarding, it was Aries. And so you might need to check either of those two out if you're dealing with a Leo or an Aries, because those two are popping in my head right now. But this situation is that sometimes we must go and make those mistakes over in order to really have our solid knowing that it's either a no or we've exhausted all efforts for there to be any type of change for that relationship. And I'm a big fan of mistakes because they are successes in our growth. We are experiential creatures. We learn through experience. And so if we're not getting out and actually doing it, getting in the arena and kind of breaking hearts, and we're not growing. And those really are the growing moments. And I love this because the Queen of the Darkwood Elves, she is she's really the premonition. So you have your knowing, your intuition. You've got right here with the Seven of Cups, these are dreams. Perhaps you're having maybe all of the what ifs, right? So maybe it's time, if this is an old relationship, to put these things to bed, to move forward so you can have the Lovers are here. And this is true vulnerability. This is love. This is, when you look at also the Two of Cups, you've got an equal offering of cup. It is something that is your cup is full completely, almost empty, and mine is full of love to give. It is an equal offering. And so I'm really hearing with this message is look at the cups, see what's being offered. Is it of equal measure? Are you getting that nurturing, loving, supportive offering in your love relationship? The Empress here, there's, make sure to check out where your Venus is, but you've got trees in here, you've got oaks. I mean, this is really using some wisdom here in your next steps, next moves. There's perhaps some recognition that's coming along with this. There's that forward momentum of that fiery energy. Perhaps it's, really just having to do work differently. Perhaps with the Lovers here, you've got your higher self here, which is I feel the Queen of the Darkwood Elves here looking over in your guides. Of all of this, there's a lot of, just this energy of support, whatever this connection is. And you've got the 10 of Pentacles over here, as well as the 4 of Wands. And, you know, if marriage is what you want, this is where you're headed. You're headed with some type of a connection, a serious connection. And you've got to decide whether or not this is something that's really sustainable, or is it in your way for you really finding the love that you are wanting to receive. So you get to go into your premonition and knowing. You get to go into your dreams and aspirations and really analyze the situation for what it is, and ask that it be, well, I would say they're somewhat blind here in this 5 of Pentacles. They're not really looking at it. So maybe this connection, you really get to get very clear on, you know, eyes wide open as to what you're walking into. If there was some accountability on your part to do things differently, perhaps that's what it is. Perhaps it's, you know, you've learned a different way of showing up, and now you're able to have that equal offering. You know, we look at relationships, and when someone is, oh, they've done a duty, they did bad, we look at them and have so much judgment. But we are no different, and we have the ability to really mess things up too. And that's not wrong. That's just a part of learning. And sometimes it is, you know, losing people in our life to teach us that message and how to show up differently with a full cup. So I'm really seeing that the energies here of there's a river of blessings when we really ask to see what we're not perhaps looking at. I know that sounds really weird, but, well, it's the same analogy of saying, I can't see the forest through the trees. It's not being able to really see the message that's before us. So I really feel that when we ask for our eyes to be open, to really be able to see the blessings that are there, the river of blessings is basically, well, it's a rapids. It's something that's roaring in when we really truly see what we've got before us. And the King of Swords is sitting here with just his knowing of how to communicate that. Your guides are really communicating clearly to you at this time that you've got this. You have the ability to really move forward in your life with offerings of love. You've got the Knight of Cups that's right underneath it. And this is really coming in sure-footed and in a steady, not rushed way of feelings and offerings of emotions that's really sound. And with the King of Swords here, I'm really feeling that it's concise communication. I also feel like that this is warm and this is a little cool. So really balance out, making sure that you don't come across with your knowing as far as too sharply. Be very warm with your words of love and boundaries and everything that you have to offer. On his helmet here, he's got wings. And so there's that little bit of, you've got your guides here, you've got your angels here, you've got your gods and goddesses here, all with wings, assisting you to be sure-footed in your forward momentum. The Emperor here, I love all of this energy because it's really stable, it's really solid, it's really secure in what you want to create. You really are grounded in your masculine energy with having the direction of where you want to take your life. And now it is really stepping into your goddess energy of moving forward with it. Perhaps you are the temptress and moving forward in your life of what you want to create. And if this person is truly what you want, perhaps now that you know this, it is time to take action in that. So, and it may take a little bit of time. Emotions, you know, with this, all these cups, you know, I'm really hearing that to tap into your emotions, but don't get carried away with them. So the river of blessings, that's where you could really float on by with too much, you know, just don't, you know, with this Mercury in retrograde energy, don't let yourself be carried away with the emotions, but at the same time, you know, be true to yourself. Be true to you. When you do that, when you are authentically you. Now I'm also hearing that if if you have not professed your love to this person yet, you know, when you have the lovers here, they're completely naked to one another. They're completely vulnerable in it together. And sometimes we have to get naked with our emotions, with our intentions, in order to get what we want. And if not, it's being authentically us, right? And so sometimes we have to profess the love before someone else does. That's really risking. There's a lot of beauty in professing your love to someone. You'll know when that is. Listen to your emotions. You know your answers. And if the universe offers you a moment of opening to do that, you'll take that as your cue to be vulnerable in being authentically true to yourself by being who you are. And if it is love, be love. And remember, love is the absence of fear. That's how we step into love, is we have the elimination of fear. So when we do that, you've got the 10 of Pentacles right here, which is, it is success. It is a 10 in numerology. It's the ending of an old way and the beginning of a new cycle. It's also the tree of life is success in all the areas of our life that we want fulfillment in. And so know that when you are true to you, you're balanced in your emotions, you're emotionally mature, you're emotionally healthy, you are able to move in the world in a different way and create really what you want. This is, you know, sometimes this can feel a card that is a burden, but it is everything he has created. He's got in his arms and he's moving forward with it. I even hear maybe perhaps someone is moving. They're moving in together. There's a lot of success here. There's just some things that you've got to get through. And then you've got the Four of Wands, which is celebration. It is marriage. It could be just like I said, moving in together. Highly recommend it before marriage, but to really work the kinks out and not have that over you is really a beautiful thing. Everyone has their own journey, but whatever that means, if it's merging lives together to unite and create something new, it's such a beautiful thing. I think I hear Rope snoring, so I think he's concurring with all of this. It's so cute. So yeah, this is a really beautiful read, Sag. Just, you know, stay really centered, stay grounded. When you feel like you're a little bit lost, like too swept away in this watery energy, especially from the Piscean moon, you know, ground, go get your feet into some beautiful grass. So I hope you loved your reading this week. I know I sure did. So I look forward to you next week. Thanks so much. Bye.